welcome back to A Better World. This is your host, Mitchell J. Rabin, and I'm very glad you're joining us again today. Today we are on location, as you can see, at the Fratellone Medical Center, and I am here with the Romanian healer, Mircea Nedelca. I'm still working on my Romanian, and he comes to New York on a regular basis, though periodically, to work with people here in Dr. Fratellone's office. And, well, if you go into the waiting room and listen to what people have to say, you'll understand why I'm in Mircea's office right now. So it's a form of healing that's using bioenergy at its base, and rather wonderful things happen in his presence. So welcome to the show, Mircea.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Bone, as we say in Romanian.
Yes.
Good to have you.
Today I look at the session with the bioenergy session, and in this bioenergy session what I work stimulate the body energetic for work for alone help the body like auto regeneration. But for this is necessary give a little energy and stimulate all the chakra work, for the stimulate all the negative energy for going in the earth, and also for the...
So going in dirt, you mean back to the earth?
Earth.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. And also the stimulate the particular organ have more activity like 100% for your body. Because 100% not exist or a regular 100%.
Yes, we all dip down to...
Yes, 100% for your body, because your 100% is not good for my body, 100%. For this
Yes.
all the time, when I give energy, I think all the organ work 100% for your body.
Yes.
Understand?
You have a way of tuning into my body and each of your clients' bodies and bring their body up to 100%.
Yes, yes, all the organ, because it's very important to stimulate all the system in the organ work in same time 100%. Because it's better you see like so. The people here is 100%. Yes, the people have problem with the stomach, for example. The stomach work just 40% or 50%, automat all the system in the body come back
Go down.
Go down.
In other words, the whole body is
Yes.
compromised
Correct.
if one organ system or organ is down.
Correct. And when I work, I stimulate more the stomach and also in this time all the body for coming together 100%.
Bone.
Also is very important for the people understand for what have this sick, what I don't know how to speak in English.
What is the basis of their illness?
Yes, yes.
What is the cause of their illness?
Correct. For this is necessary to explain with the patient is very important, that in positive is very important.
That he or she understands
Correct.
and maintains a positive attitude.
Correct, correct.
It's a good thing I know Romanian.
Yes.
Please go on.
Because in general, when I work like holistic for all the body, because it's necessary to stimulate all the body.
Yes.
But in this time, it's very important I work together with the doctor, because I give the energy to stimulate the body, but sometimes it's not enough. I don't have possibility to give the vitamin, the mineral, or the element essential for to stimulate the body. In this direction, coming the doctor and give the vitamin and all the element necessary for the body.
Elements, nutrients, what have you.
Correct, correct. Because the medicine is limited, the alternative medicine also is limited, but combined together, it's a big effect for the people, for the helping the people. This is
That's
my
right.
mentality.
That's right.
Yes.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So it's truly holistic.
Yes.
You are
holistic.
working with bioenergy, but you also respect the biochemistry, which has
Correct.
to do with the vitamins and the nutrients and the
Correct.
minerals,
Correct.
amino acids and everything else,
Correct. Correct.
hormones.
Correct.
Fabulous.
Because
So about, oh, please go on.
because the bioenergy not have this possibility that give the
Yes,
elements.
all of those. You
Yes,
cannot give those
yes.
elements, but you are giving an overall life force boost, upgrade
Correct.
to various organs or organ systems,
Correct.
meridians and chakras.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, okay. Now there's the diagnostic aspect of what you do as well, Mircea. So could you speak a little bit about the diagnostic
Yes.
character?
Yes, I speak. Many people, many healers have a different system for diagnostic. My diagnostic is a little different. It's like communication, the telepath communication. The body with the patient tell me what problem have in the side. When I give the diagnostic, I move the diagnostic, I move the hand, and in this time I take all the information what exists in the body. And now, for you, I feel the right shoulder, it's a little blockage, possible today you have a little pain here.
Mm-hmm, it's true, right there.
Yes, because the nerve is a little inflamed. And also the stomach, comparative the last day, work much better, but
Yes.
today you bloating a little, possibly you eat very fast. And the sciatic nerve, right side, it's a little irritate, it's not inflamed, it's not sick, it's a little irritate. For this sometimes you have a little pain in the shoulder, in the right shoulder.
In the shoulder,
Yes, shoulder here.
hip.
Hip.
Yes, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was wondering about the connections here.
Uh, and also in the right knee. Here I feel the nerve a little inflamed, and beneath is not arthritis, but it's a start. Like rheumatism, it's more rheumatism. And
Rheumatism.
Rheumatism. And
You have got to fix that. Please.
okay, I fix, but for this
No
is
problem.
for this is necessary, you understand,
Yes.
take care the cold, because in general the
Yes.
cold favorites the rheumatism. And
Yes.
and also is better.
The cold, in a sense, is the environment for things like rheumatoid conditions to advance,
Correct.
increase.
Also, it's
Do I have a headache or anything?
headache?
Yeah.
Just a little here in the right side.
Oh, yeah?
Not so
Okay.
much.
No, no.
For the rheumatism, is better 2 times in the year, or 3 times in the year. You put in the bed,
The bath?
in the bath, salts.
Like
Sea
Epsom
salt.
salts.
Yes.
Romanian sea salts.
That's it, method. It's
If
not-
possible.
It's not necessary
Okay.
Romanian salts.
No.
But it's very good because the water, warm water with salts, help for the rheumatism.
Mhm.
It's like absorb all the cold in what exists inside.
Yes.
And also the water with salts, it's like very good purification for the energetic
Purification, and it also has lots of minerals in it,
Correct.
which are getting absorbed into the skin and then into the area.
body. Correct. And now I nivellate the energetic body, and in this time I give energy, white energy, for stimulate all organ. For what I give what white energy, because in the white light exists all the spectrum. The
All
whole
light
spec-
frequencies are in white
Correct.
light.
And the body take what frequencies
It
need.
needs.
Yes. because
I am very familiar with this idea. Yes.
just when work, particularly with that organ, is very important you put something energy for the burn. Is very good the red energy and the violet energy. The violet energy is very strong. But the people what have the problem with the heart is no good violet energy.
Oh. What color for people with heart imbalance?
Imbalance is good green energy and white energy.
Uh-huh.
The people what have problem with the heart. But like a polyp or cyst or fibro.
Cyst or fibroid, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
cyst or fibroid. It's very good you put the energy violet and red. And after the burn, like a laser,
Mhm.
and after the burn is good, you imagine the organ like a gold.
Mhm.
Because the yellow energy is for the regenerate all the tissue inside with the organ.
Oh.
It's very good.
So you're saying, Mircea, that visualization, the use of color,
Yes.
is a significant part of the healing
Yes.
that you're doing, and the client, him or herself, can do same.
I don't know. I don't guarantee for this because
Okay.
I training for this.
Yes, okay.
I training.
So it's
when-
better that you do it
Yes.
than me. Okay.
When I studied the parapsychology, I training the work with the energy.
I was trained, yes.
Yes, for the frequency. Because
Exactly.
in general, the people, when you work the red energy, the people feel warm inside. You work the energy yellow or the orange, the people feel the tingling in the body. When you work the violet, the people feel something cold inside. Violet, blue, the people feel
Cold or cool.
Yes, yes. But for this I training many years. For, not so much, many years.
Yes.
But 2 years I training the Warsaw.
Well, interestingly, your training for bioenergy healing
Yes.
was in university, do I recall?
I
In the
sta-
parapsychology department?
Yes, parapsychology departments, but resist just 2 years.
Okay.
Because
But the point is for our viewers to learn that it was in a university setting that you studied this kind of healing in Romania.
yes,
For Americans, that's very far out.
it's not necessary. It's very important to understand because exist in all the world many, I don't know what speaking English, many false healers.
Oh, yes, sure.
And automatically the scientific people don't have more trust in this. Sometimes the scientific people tell possible. Sometimes the scientific people tell, oh, it's autosuggestion, or it's don't believe in this.
Now, there is autosuggestion involved, but it's not all of it.
It's
In
not
other
all of
words,
it.
autosuggestion, i.e. hypnosis, is a
Yes.
very powerful healing modality, as what we're talking about is placebo. It's excellent.
Yes,
Rather
it's a
than
placebo.
frown upon it, it ought to be utilized for maximum results. But that's not the way the scientific mind works. The scientific mind says it's not real because it's placebo. You may not understand everything I'm saying, but they do. And so you are using autosuggestion plus actual bioenergy healing.
Just the bioenergy I work. I don't give the suggestion because I don't ask the patient. You feel tingling, you feel warm, you feel cold.
But
No.
you do suggest a positive attitude.
Not necessary.
Well, you don't, do you suggest a negative attitude?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
No. No.
Because I wouldn't be a good patient.
All the time I tell with my patient, you have trust in me. Your body alone helping 50%.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
That's
Because-
auto-suggestion.
Because it's true. It's
That's
true.
right, it's
It's
true.
this. And the rest, 50%, I stimulate the body to work in the process.
Through bioenergy.
Yes.
Exactly.
For bioenergy and for auto-regenerate.
So that statement, you trust in me, the healer, is itself an autosuggestion. That's all.
Yes.
Yes.
And for example, sometimes coming many people, skeptic people.
Yeah, skeptical.
Yes, skeptical. Also, I help the people, but comparative with the people have trust is like so. For example, the people have trust in me, I help just in 5 sessions. The people don't have trust in my person, also I have, but in 8 or 9 or 10 sessions.
Yes.
It's like a double sessions.
Yes.
Because first time the people skeptic create like a blockage with the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And for this is necessary many treatment for penetrate the
Exactly, the
blockage.
barrier.
Yes.
And the barrier, interestingly, for all of you out there, is created with the mind. That's how powerful the
Yes.
mind can be, is and can be.
Yes. One time I tell with a patient asked me, you heard with the Emoto have many discovery with the water.
Dr. Emoto, right?
Yes, Dr. Emoto.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell, yes, I see, and my question is so, and also is for you, this question. The water reaction after the what you talk or the music or what you read, the water have a reaction, different reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Please think they have approximately 80% of the water. What you think influence your thinking in the body?
Exactly.
For this is necessary the people think positive. For this is necessary the people live the life. Is helping in the body.
Yes.
Is helping. It's very good the people forget the fry or the negative thinking.
Fear.
Fear.
Negative
Fear.
thinking.
Yes, negative thinking is very important for the body because this fragrance with the fear or the negative thinking have many repercussions.
Right. Repercussions.
Repercussions
Very good. Bone.
in the body, in the organ, and also in the cell. Please thinking
Exactly.
positive.
Yes, exactly.
It's very important.
That's
for the
why
life.
prayer is so powerful.
Yes.
Same idea.
Yes, it's same idea.
We set it up, and it's been proven for those of you who need it proven in science, and it's proven through actual empirical results.
Correct.
Now, may I ask you, Mircea, how is my gallbladder doing today? I asked because, first off, he found that it was a little sluggish, and my liver was doing extra work to compensate for it.
Correct. Now your gallbladder start work 95%.
95%.
Yes. It's like 100%. It's very important.
Well, you still have a few more minutes. Maybe we'll get it to 100%.
No.
And I have to tell you, I have noticed a reduction in bloating, even though you told me today I am a little bit more. And the fact is that today I had lunch with an old friend and teacher, and unlike almost every day, we hadn't seen each other in many years, and we were talking and eating, and it wasn't healthy. And I think maybe it had the effect on me.
For the bloating, it's very important you eat slow.
Yes.
Because in general, the people not have a time.
Yeah.
for eating because the free time is short. But it's not good eat in this time. When you have stress and your time is very reduced, it's not good eating. In Europe, the people don't eat in this time.
Mm-hmm.
For what? You eat very fast. When you eat very fast, coming the reaction aerophagy. The people come inside in the stomach many air. This
You
air,
gulp oxygen.
yes, this air irritate the stomach and after go in the tract intestinal.
The intestine tract, right?
Yes. Automatically this air irritate the intestine.
Yes.
For this, many people when have bloating also have a pain here and
Yeah,
here.
interesting.
Yes.
Oh, I never really added those elements together. So,
Yes.
multimix, as we say in
Correct.
Romanian. I have been coming here each day for the past about 4 days for approximately 20-minute sessions, and Mircea has waved his hands over my body and worked on my back a little bit like this. And each day I have felt progressively better, and I have spoken to a few people in the waiting room, and I've learned about several people feeling like they've gotten much better from actually some very serious degenerative diseases. So, in other parts of the world, what Mircea is doing is rather commonplace. It's part of the culture. For us in the United States, it's a big deal. But thank goodness people like Dr. Fratellone and others recognize the good sense, the indigenous wisdom that is beneath this kind of hands-on healing and hands-off healing, bioenergetic healing. And as a result, Mircea has been working on many, many Americans here in New York City.
Finish, my friend.
Ah, multimex. Thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
wonderful. It's really been a pleasure getting to know you, Mircea, and I just want to thank you for your good work, and I look forward to seeing you when you return.
And also, thank you very much.
Good.
Bye.
Now stay tuned for Dr. Fratellone. So now that I am healed from Mircea, I am with the doctor who invited him here into this office, Dr. Fratellone, who is an integrative cardiologist. And he is the one who is open enough, holistic enough to understand the different levels of healing, such as the bioenergy healing. And he integrates as much different kinds of knowledge into his own practice as a cardiologist as is possible. So it's really a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So how is it that you got into integrative cardiology, and really, what is it? How would you describe it?
Integrative cardiology is the best of conventional medicine, because I'm a conventional cardiologist from Lenox Hill, and taking the old term, which I don't like, holistic or alternative, and putting them together. So that's where the term integrative.
Yes.
So
because it's integrating the conventional
right.
with...
And I like that. So I
Yes.
then went to the Integrative Fellowship with Andrew Weil, where he really integrates everything, and you learn other disciplines. So you ended with Mircea, and we learned about energy medicine in Arizona. We learned about Reiki. We learned about counter strain and strain, which is orthopedic techniques. We have a whole session on herbal medicine. So really that brought everything together. So for me, integrative cardiology is really, I use a lot of plants and supplements with
Plants and supplements?
Plants and supplements, a lot of herbs. I want plants in there because I figured if you can't cure disease from Mother Earth, you can't cure it. So I
Well,
use-
not to mention all the pharmaceuticals are
from
based
plants.
on plants
Right,
anyway,
right.
from the ancient herbal lore of China, South America, and
which
Europe.
people don't know. People don't know that. So like you take digoxin, which is from foxglove, glucophage is from a plant. You could go on and on. So I
Exactly.
figured I want that as a basis of my practice. So from Andrew Weil's program, I then went into more botany and herbal medicine. So I really
Excellent.
enjoy plants. But I use a lot of supplements. But I think also with Mircea, I want energy medicine, I want Reiki, I want acupuncture, I want psychosocial. So I want to put it all together. So my feeling is that it's body, mind, and spirit, but they say it kind of loosely. I mean, you could say you do that, but you really have to put it into play. And that's spending time with the patient, which today we don't have the luxury to do. So I do spend, my first intake with a patient after they have the history and physical is 1 hour. And we go through all the labs, but we spend a lot of time on the patient's social history. The stress of work, the stress of the environment, the stress of fish, how much fish they eat with mercury. So we go, so it's a really
detailed.
Yes, very detailed.
And do you do anything having to do with their ancestry?
Yes. I look
Family history?
Well, family history, they're taking...
But also psychological history.
Well, see, Melissa does the family and psychological social history, and then when I read it, I really get into it. So speaking about, oh, my mother had a thyroid disease. Well, what kind of thyroid disease? Was there rheumatoid arthritis? Was there Hashimoto's? How much do you drink? Who's the alcoholic in the family? You know, all of that. A little uncomfortable, but you have to get to know me. So I think they like that. I also look at people, you know, what they've been doing for their lives. Are they stuck in a place? So I think it's a
You
detail.
look at an entire psycho-emotional profile.
You have to. I
And
think that's
psychosocial,
important.
as you said.
And you
Oh,
will
yeah.
understand that as
Very much.
doing psychotherapy.
As a psychotherapist, I always look at family lineages.
But in medicine today, we don't have the time to do that. So they do need that hour. And the second appointment after we then
Well,
do some
that
testing
hour, Patrick,
lot.
is a lot. And it's an important one.
Exhausting.
It's exhausting, but
Yeah.
it allows you building rapport
Yes.
and trust. And that's the basis of the healing.
Well, it's the doctor-patient relationship that we lost years ago when technology came in.
When
think we
you
lost it.
say, I agree with you completely, I wish I could be hired by medical schools to go in and teach that rapport. I really do.
I think
It's-
Andrew Weil's program does teach people who go into the program, professionals, to get back to basic medicine. And I tell the patients from the very beginning that medicine is not taught in the classroom. It's taught at the bedside, which means that first
Exactly.
meeting
Yeah.
between me and patient is really a bedside meeting. And we spend a
Totally.
lot of time. And I think they appreciate that because they really don't get to talk to people. And also you have to realize, I think we don't take care of our elderly in this country. And some elderly patients need someone to talk to.
Totally. Listen, as a psychotherapist,
You
I
see
can
it,
tell
right.
you that talking, self-expression, is 70 to 80% of the healing.
Right, it is.
Nobody listens.
And I like the way you say a part of the healing, because I don't think conventional doctors understand that meeting is a healing modality.
Exactly.
And it depends on if you handshake with the patient.
That's
I mean,
right.
some patients after the visit say, "Can I give you a hug?" Absolutely.
Exactly.
And because they feel that, and some of them cry. I always have a box of tissues there, because it's not only going over the medical; it's talking about their mother, their father, and bringing up emotion. Because I want to see where they go with it.
Exactly.
And some people have to end up going to psychotherapy, or they understand that I really should go to therapy. So that's important.
Excellent. I am so glad to hear this.
Thanks.
I do want to ask this question. When you say there is no more time because of technology and everything you said, where'd the time go? What happened? Are you expected to see more patients, in a sense, in a day than when you were first trained?
Yes.
Or where did the time
Well,
go?
the time goes because of insurance restraints, because of government restraints. Typically,
okay.
I need to see the first patient on an hour. And the way the practice was set up, I will not change that.
Yes.
Of
So
course,
that's
it's not-
sacrosanct.
Yeah.
And
of course
then
it's
what
not
happens
financial
thereafter?
For me, there's no financial gain for me because I'm spending more time. But a lot of my friends who practice cardiology, they see about 40 patients in an hour. They go from room to room to room to room, and the nurse practitioner or the PA does the blood pressure. That they go in, okay, your labs are fine. Do you need a prescription? I'll see you next week or next month. So it's very quick. No one spends time anymore. So when I say the time's not there, it's not there because the economics don't allow it to be there. You're only getting paid, if you take insurance, you're only getting paid for a certain amount of minutes. If you want an extended visit, you have, it's ridiculous.
So in a sense, what you're really saying is that insurance is dictating medical care and its quality.
Two places dictate it: insurance
And rent.
and
No.
pharmaceutical companies.
Oh, really?
Well,
How do they
well,
have a hand in
dictate
it?
because unfortunately there's, a lot of Medicare patients can't afford medicines. And, they used to give out more samples. So they're dictating what we could actually write, what is affordable. So that's unfortunate.
Okay.
So, that's where I like the integrative part, where I could integrate a little medicine, a little herbs, get the same results, and the cost of the patient is less.
I want to, did I hear correctly? And get the same results?
Yes, I do get the same results.
So whether you're using a pharmaceutical medication
Yep.
or a botanical,
Yep.
would you say you get better results with one or the other?
Oh, I think I get better. If I have to say, I get better results with botanicals. But
You
there's
do
not-
have to say.
Well, I do get better
You were
results
bound
with
to tell the
botanicals.
Hippocratic
No, I do.
truth.
No, I really do, because I have to think, you said at the beginning, they're from, a lot of our medicines in conventional medicine are from plants, so I do get better results
But
with
synthesized.
botanicals. Yes. And, of course, you have to watch for side effects. I think people are afraid of botanicals. I think that people abuse them because they don't know enough about them, and they can hurt themselves. I have to tell, the audience that herbs or botanicals are drugs. If you take them to the nth degree, they become homeopathy, but that's a different whole thing.
Yes.
But pure herbs are drugs, so you have to know how to balance. So the Andrew Weil program and, this other botanical courses that I've taken really have integrated. So I'm comfortable with it. And I do get great results. I mean, cholesterol is one example. I get great results without using statin drugs. So, would there ever be a study on botanicals versus statin drugs in this country? The answer is no. Because if a botanical scores better than a statin drug, there's going to be a problem. But, there's a new study.
Because there will be a healing.
Well, yeah, but there's a new study on hibiscus tea and blood pressure. A new study that just came out.
What does it say?
Well, that compared to conventional ACE inhibitors, hibiscus as a tea or in a capsule form got the same results as ACE inhibitors with no side effects. So who's not going to, drink hibiscus tea? There's one on
You can buy hibiscus tea down the block for $2.
Globe artichoke with blood pressure. So there's so much out there, and I try to convey
Globe
it.
artichoke?
Globe artichoke. Yeah, very good for blood pressure. A lot of these are in tincture form. The problem with that is tinctures contain alcohol, and not everyone, a lot of people sensitive
And
to
they're also
it.
highly concentrated.
Right.
So just food. Dr. Henry Beeler in the 1930s wrote a wonderful book. Do you know it?
Yeah.
Food is your medicine.
Well, Scudder.
And this is an old story.
Well,
Dr. Gerson, of
yeah,
course.
all
I
of
mean,
them.
this is
Well,
an
Scudder,
old
You
story.
got Scudder from... the-
They've all been scuttled.
Yeah, well, they all been Scudder, and Scudder was the first eclectic physician. And eclectic medicine is really what we need to go back to.
I think Hippocrates was the first.
Well, as far as eclectics,
I'm
is this,
playing with
yeah,
you,
it's like
sure.
this, it's really, what is eclectic medicine? We did have an eclectic school of medicine in the United States.
When?
In the 1930s, and they closed it. Physicians were using more botanicals.
We also had Royal Remington Rife in the
Right.
30s.
So a lot of things have changed. I think we have to go back to the country doctor. One of my patients who's from England, he calls me the country doctor.
That's great.
Which I think is classic, and I base
I think it's
that-
fabulous.
I love that. I base it on. I don't know if you ever saw a movie, The Last Angry Man.
No.
With Paul Muni playing a doctor in Brooklyn, who used to spend a lot of time with patients, never took money, but he got a dozen eggs now and then. He got a
Modality as well.
and he had a heart attack in the movie, and how many people of his patients came to his side, to raise money because things were changing in the 50s with medicine. And it's a great story because it's about this. He was the last angry man. He was angry at the system, and I'm
Yes.
angry at the system.
Yes.
Now, I can't buck the system, so I could integrate it.
You use what's good there, and you use what's good elsewhere.
And just for your audience,
You
there's
go
a lot
for
of
what
good stuff.
works.
There's a lot of good conventional medicine out there. But I think that... you
Like
have to
what?
get- well, I mean, cardiology with technology. I mean, we do have gold standards. There's a need for sometimes having stents. There's a need for bypass. I do refer people to these things. But I've already tried every other modality. And then they say, okay, listen, you have to have a bypass. Unfortunately...
But that's very far down the road
Yes.
is what I'm
Oh,
gathering
yeah.
from you.
Yeah, it is. I do so many other modalities before that. But I think we can knock conventional medicine because we wouldn't be where we are today. And I don't think the same
Everything
regard-
has its place.
And they shouldn't knock botanical medicine because there's a place for that too.
You know, Dr. Fratellone, if only doctors were to look at this one question. What is it that works? Not by its name.
Right,
Just
okay, that's true.
what works?
Well, what does the patient want to work? A lot of it also is...
Oh, now that's another level
Yeah,
of
yeah.
question.
That's
Yes,
like,
I
what
agree
does
with
the
you.
patient want to work? What does the patient believe in? The mind plays a great role here. You could do placebo, and is it the mind?
It's one of my favorites. Yes, it does.
So the thing is...
Dr.
Yeah.
Ernest Rossi, MD, who studied with Dr. Erickson, Milton Erickson, the great world-renowned for hypnotherapist, has documented studies of the powerful
Role of
healing role of placebo.
Right. And it's there.
100% proven to have incredible beneficial
They
effects.
did a study between placebo and atenolol, and placebo scored better than a beta blocker, and that freaked them all out.
But you're
Because it's the
raising a
power of
very important
suggestion.
point. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're raising a point that actually reminding me of my own father, who had some years back, a number of years back, he got a form of cancer. And having me as his son, of course, I brought him up to a Tesla-style healing system up in Tuxedo
Did
Park,
talk,
and I
yeah.
brought him here and there. We were trying everything, and he was just great about it all. But in his own mind, he believed in modern medicine. He
A lot of
just
people
believed
do.
in it. And while these things may have had some beneficial effect,
Right.
because of his belief system, Patrick, he got healed
But
at Yale
right.
New Haven Hospital.
Okay, so that's like God to him now.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it was God to him before.
Right, okay.
And that's why, even though he was willing to try, in his heart, he believed the doctor knew best. And he went there and he got the healing.
See,
and I think it's because of his belief.
It is for those of me, but you also I have to realize, I have to tell people, we're not God. We're there. I believe on the message.
You see, I thought you did. I have to end this interview because
No, that's Alec Baldwin in some movie, Absence of Malice, where he states that he's God. We're messengers. We're healers. I mean,
course.
if the doctor was a healer, we have a better state of health in the United States. So
Exactly,
it gets better.
exactly. Well, I really appreciate
thanks.
all
That's
of your
great.
input. Really great.
Thanks.
And we'll have you on again,
Okay,
okay? And
thank
we'll
you.
carry on this
Okay,
conversation.
thanks.
So much. You have a website? Do you want to give your phone number?
Yeah, I could give that.
Please give the phone number.
The phone number is 212-421-3202, and it's a new website. Our new website went up. It's Fratellone Medical, and that's F-R-A-T, 1-T-E, 2 L's, O-N-E. And look at the herbal section, because I'm proud of that section on the website.
Excellent, excellent. Now, you do chelation here as well
Yes.
as your form of cardiology,
Yeah, I
and
do.
it is a holistic center.
Yeah, I mean, I do every form of medicine here. Also, if I don't have it here, I refer out. So people say, can I have acupuncture? So now I'll take your card.
Exactly.
We refer out to Reiki.
More psychotherapy for me.
We refer a lot of people out to different modalities.
Yes.
We're in a limited space on 57th Street. You
Exactly.
mentioned rent. It's high.
Yes.
So you have to refer out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Fratellone, thanks a lot for
Okay,
your good
thanks.
work.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. This is Mitchell J. Rabin for A Better World. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.